Welcome to our journey into the world of rhinos. These magnificent creatures, ancient and powerful, roam the savannas and forests of Africa and Asia, living symbols of a wilder, more primeval Earth. They are architects of their ecosystems, their immense presence shaping the very land they inhabit. Yet, despite their formidable appearance, their story is one of both resilience and vulnerability, a narrative that unfolds across vast plains and dense jungles. A story that urgently needs to be told and understood. Today, we'll uncover some amazing facts about their life cycle, habitat, raising their young, and more. We shall delve into the intricate details of their existence, from the tender moments of a mother nursing her calf to the sheer power displayed in their interactions with the environment. We will explore the unique adaptations that allow them to thrive in diverse landscapes, the complex social structures that govern their lives, and the very real threats that cast a shadow over their future. Prepare to be astonished by the hidden depths of these gentle giants. Join me, Daniel, as we embark on an exploration of these truly remarkable animals. We'll witness their daily struggles and triumphs, understand the crucial role they play in maintaining ecological balance, and appreciate the urgent need for their conservation. The rhino's story is a compelling chapter in the grand epic of life on our planet, and it is a privilege to share it with you. Let us begin this adventure into the heart of the rhino's world, a world that deserves our utmost respect and dedicated protection. The life of a rhinoceros begins as a hidden miracle, a slow and patient gestation within the mother's womb. For a period ranging from 15 to, in some species, an astonishing 18 months, the developing calf is nurtured, growing from a tiny embryo into a formidable infant, ready to face the challenges of the world. This extended period is a testament to the significant investment a mother rhino makes, ensuring her offspring is as prepared as possible for the life that awaits. It is a silent, unseen development, yet one that lays the foundation for a creature of immense strength and character, a true heavyweight of the animal kingdom. Then comes the moment of birth, often a solitary affair, with the mother rhino seeking a quiet, secluded spot away from the herd or potential dangers. The newborn calf, though already substantial, weighing anywhere from 40 to 65 kilograms, is a vulnerable creature in these initial hours. Yet, nature's imperative is strong. Within a remarkably short time, sometimes just minutes, the calf will instinctively struggle to its feet, its wobbly legs gaining strength with each attempt. This first stand is a crucial milestone, the beginning of its journey alongside its protective mother, a journey that will be filled with learning and growth. The first few weeks are a period of intense bonding and rapid development. The calf remains incredibly close to its mother, relying entirely on her rich milk for sustenance. This milk is perfectly formulated, providing all the necessary nutrients for the young rhino to grow strong and healthy. The mother is ever vigilant, her senses alert to any sign of threat, her massive frame a formidable shield for her precious offspring. During this time, the calf learns by observation, mimicking its mother's movements, her feeding habits, and her reactions to the surrounding environment, absorbing the essential lessons of survival. As the months pass, the young rhino or calf begins to explore its world with increasing confidence, though never straying too far from its mother's watchful gaze. It starts to sample solid food, nibbling on grasses or leaves depending on the species, gradually transitioning from a milk-based diet. This period is crucial for learning which plants are palatable and nutritious. The playful antics of a young rhino mock charges, curious investigations of its surroundings and interactions with its mother are not just endearing to observe, but are vital components of its physical and social development, honing its coordination and understanding of its place. Adolescence in the rhino world is a gradual transition towards independence. For female calves, this often means staying within their mother's home range for a longer period, sometimes even until the arrival of a new sibling. Young males, however, may begin to venture further afield, eventually leaving their maternal bonds to forge their own paths, often leading a more solitary existence or forming temporary associations with other young males. This period, typically occurring between 2 to 4 years of age, is marked by increasing self-reliance, though the lessons learned under maternal care remain deeply ingrained. Reaching adulthood, which for rhinos can be anywhere from 3 to 7 years depending on the species and sex, signifies full physical maturity and the ability to reproduce, thus continuing the cycle of life. Adult rhinos are powerful animals, commanding respect within their ecosystems. Their days are spent foraging, resting, and for dominant males maintaining territories. The social dynamics become more complex, with intricate systems of communication through scent marking, vocalizations, and body language, all playing a part in their interactions and the establishment of hierarchies, ensuring the strongest genes are passed to the next generation. The lifespan of a rhinoceros in the wild can vary, but typically ranges from 35 to 50 years, a considerable span for such a large mammal. Throughout these decades, they face numerous challenges, from finding adequate food and water, especially during dry seasons, to avoiding predators when young or vulnerable, and increasingly the devastating threat posed by human activities. Each year lived is a testament to their resilience, their ancient adaptations, and their profound connection to the landscapes they have inhabited for millions of years, a long and storied existence on this planet. Rhinos are creatures of remarkable adaptability, inhabiting a surprising variety of environments across Africa and Asia. Their presence graces the expansive, sun-drenched savannas, where grasses stretch to the horizon, offering sustenance for grazing species like the white rhino. Here, amidst acacia thorns and scattered trees, they navigate their world, their thick hides providing some protection from the intense sun and the abrasive vegetation. These open landscapes allow for wide-ranging movements, essential for finding fresh grazing and vital water sources, shaping their daily and seasonal routines. Beyond the iconic savannas, rhinos also make their homes in diverse grasslands. These can range from montane grasslands found at higher altitudes to the floodplains that seasonally burst with life. The composition of these grasslands dictates the rhino species that might thrive there. Some prefer short, nutritious grasses, while others can manage tougher, taller varieties. The availability of water is, of course, paramount, and rhinos will often follow ancient pathways to rivers, pans, and watering holes, their presence a vital link in the local ecology as they disperse seeds and create grazing lawns. Dense woodlands and tropical forests are also crucial habitats for certain rhino species, particularly in Asia. The Sumatran rhino, for instance, is a denizen of these deep, often remote forests, navigating through thick undergrowth with surprising agility. Similarly, the Javan rhino prefers lowland rainforests and mangrove swamps. These forest environments offer not only a different array of food sources, primarily browse-like leaves, twigs, and fruits, but also crucial cover from the elements and, historically, from human disturbance. The dappled light and complex structure of these forests present unique challenges and opportunities. The black rhino, a browser by nature, is often found in more arid and semi-arid scrublands and bushlands. These environments are characterized by thorny bushes, succulents, and hardy trees, which form the bulk of their diet. Their prehensile upper lip is perfectly adapted for plucking leaves and twigs from these resilient plants. This ability to thrive in harsher, less forgiving landscapes showcases their incredible resilience and the specificity of their adaptations, allowing them to occupy ecological niches where other large herbivores might struggle to survive. Water, in all its forms, is a critical component of any rhino habitat. Not only do they need it for drinking, but rhinos also rely on water sources for wallowing. Mud baths are essential for thermoregulation, helping to cool their massive bodies under the hot sun. The mud also acts as a protective layer against biting insects and parasites, and even as a sort of sunscreen. Therefore, the presence of rivers, seasonal pans, swamps, or even man-made waterholes significantly influences where rhinos will establish their territories and spend their time. The specific vegetation structure within a habitat is paramount. For grazers like the white rhino, open areas with abundant palatable grasses are key. For browsers like the black rhino, the density and diversity of shrubs, bushes, and small trees determine the suitability of an area. Even the Indian rhino, primarily a grazer, relies on tall grasses and riverine forests that provide both food and cover. The subtle interplay between vegetation types creates a mosaic of microhabitats that rhinos expertly navigate to meet their daily needs. Ultimately, the chosen habitat of a rhino reflects millions of years of evolution, shaping their physical form, their diet, and their behavior. From the vast, open plains of Africa to the dense, humid forests of Asia, each environment presents a unique set of conditions to which these magnificent animals have become exquisitely attuned. Understanding these diverse homes is crucial, not only for appreciating the complexity of their lives, but also for implementing effective conservation strategies that protect these vital landscapes, ensuring that rhinos have a place to roam for generations to come. The bond between a rhino mother and her calf is one of the most profound and enduring in the animal kingdom. Following the lengthy gestation period, the mother rhino dedicates herself entirely to the survival and well-being of her offspring. For the first few months, the calf is utterly dependent, relying solely on its mother's rich milk, a perfectly balanced source of nutrition that fuels its rapid growth. The mother will allow her calf to suckle frequently, often for many months, sometimes even up to a year or more, ensuring it receives all it needs to build strength and resilience. Protection is a paramount concern for a rhino mother. She is fiercely defensive of her young, using her formidable size, strength, and if she possesses one, her horn, to ward off any potential threats. Lions, hyenas, and other predators learn quickly to give a mother rhino and her calf a wide berth. Her constant vigilance is palpable, her ears swivel, her nostrils test the air, always alert to the slightest hint of danger. This unwavering protectiveness ensures that the vulnerable calf has the best possible chance of reaching adulthood in a world fraught with peril. Beyond sustenance and protection, the mother rhino is also the calf's first and most important teacher. Through patient example, she shows her offspring which plants are safe to eat, where to find water, and how to navigate their territory. The calf learns by closely observing and mimicking its mother's behaviors, how she uses her horn to dig for roots or her lip to pluck leaves, how she responds to different sounds and smells. These are vital lessons in survival passed down through generations, equipping the young rhino with the knowledge it needs to thrive independently later in life. The duration of a calf's dependency on its mother is considerable, typically lasting for 2 to 3 years, sometimes even longer. During this extended period, the young rhino learns the complexities of rhino society, the nuances of communication, and the layout of their home range. This long apprenticeship is crucial for developing the skills necessary for an independent life. The mother's tolerance and guidance during these formative years are remarkable, showcasing a deep maternal investment in the future success of her lineage. She is a patient tutor, guiding her young charge through the intricacies of rhino existence. Play is also an important part of the calf's development and the mother-calf bond. Young rhinos are surprisingly playful, engaging in mock charges, chasing birds, or nudging their mother. These seemingly frivolous activities help to develop their motor skills, coordination, and social understanding. The mother often indulges these playful bouts, reinforcing the strong connection between them. This playful interaction, set against the backdrop of the vast wilderness, is a heartwarming reminder of the gentler side of these powerful creatures. As the calf grows older and more self-sufficient, the mother gradually prepares it for independence. If she becomes pregnant again, the existing calf will usually be weaned and encouraged to become more autonomous. This separation, though natural, can be a significant transition for the young rhino. However, the lessons learned and the strong foundation provided by the mother's dedicated care equip it well for this next stage of its life. Female calves might remain in their mother's vicinity for longer, while young males often venture off to establish their own territories. The unwavering devotion of a rhino mother is a cornerstone of rhino society and survival. Her commitment to raising her young, often as a single parent in challenging environments, is a testament to the power of maternal instinct. This dedication ensures the continuation of their ancient lineage, a vital link in the chain of life that stretches back millions of years. Observing this profound bond offers a glimpse into the gentle heart that beats within these armored giants, a heart full of care for the next generation. Chapter 4. The Rhino's Crown. More than just a horn, the rhinoceros horn, an iconic and often tragically coveted feature, is a structure of remarkable biological interest, yet also the source of the gravest threat to these animals. Unlike the horns of cattle or antelope, which have a bony core, the rhino's horn is composed entirely of keratin. This is the very same protein that makes up human hair and fingernails, a dense mass of tightly compacted filamentous fibers growing continuously from its base throughout the rhino's life. It is, in essence, a highly specialized and hardened outgrowth of the skin. Historically and functionally, the horn serves several important purposes for the rhino in its natural environment. It can be used as a formidable weapon for defense against predators or in disputes with other rhinos, particularly between males competing for territory or mating rights. Mothers also use their horns to guide and protect their young calves. Furthermore, rhinos employ their horns as tools for digging up roots and tubers, breaking branches to access browse, or even clearing paths through dense vegetation. Its utility is diverse, intricately woven into their daily survival. The size and shape of the horn can vary significantly between rhino species, and even between individuals within a species. Some, like the white rhino, typically possess two horns, with the anterior horn being considerably larger. Others, like the Indian and Javan rhinos, have a single, often shorter horn. The Sumatran rhino, uniquely, is the only Asian rhino with two horns. These variations reflect different evolutionary pressures and perhaps subtle differences in their use, adapted to their specific diets and environments. Tragically, the rhino's horn has become its greatest liability due to the persistent and devastating threat of poaching. This relentless slaughter is driven by an unfounded belief in some cultures that rhino horn possesses medicinal properties, capable of curing a range of ailments from fevers to cancer. It is crucial to state unequivocally that there is absolutely no scientific evidence to support these claims. Rhino horn, being keratin, has no more medicinal value than chewing one's own fingernails. This myth, however, fuels a lucrative illegal trade. The demand for rhino horn, not only for supposed traditional medicine, but also increasingly as a status symbol or for ornamental carvings in some affluent circles, has pushed several rhino species to the very brink of extinction. Poachers, often part of sophisticated criminal syndicates, employ ruthless tactics using high-powered rifles, tranquilizer darts, and even helicopters to track and kill rhinos, callously hacking off their horns and leaving the animals to die a slow and agonizing death. The brutality of this trade is almost unimaginable. Conservation efforts are locked in a desperate battle against this scourge. Strategies include dehorning rhinos in some reserves, a drastic but sometimes necessary measure to deter poachers. Intensive anti-poaching patrols, often involving armed rangers, sophisticated surveillance technology, and community engagement programs. International cooperation to disrupt trafficking networks and reduce demand in consumer countries is also paramount. Yet, despite these valiant efforts, the pressure on rhino populations remains immense. Constant war for their survival. The rhino's horn, therefore, stands as a poignant symbol, a natural wonder, a tool for survival, and a testament to evolution's ingenuity, yet simultaneously a magnet for human greed and ignorance. Its fate, and indeed the fate of the rhino itself, rests precariously in our hands. Understanding its true nature, a keratinous structure devoid of magical cures and the devastating consequences of the illegal trade, is the first step towards dismantling the myths and ensuring these magnificent creatures can continue to wear their ancient crowns in peace. Chapter 5: Giants of the Land, the Immense Scale of Rhinos. Rhinos are truly titans of the terrestrial world, their sheer size and bulk placing them among the largest land mammals on Earth, second only to elephants. This immense scale is not merely for show, it is a critical aspect of their biology, influencing everything from their metabolism and diet to their social interactions and defense mechanisms. To stand in the presence of an adult rhino is to feel a sense of awe at its power and prehistoric grandeur, a living mountain of muscle and bone. The white rhinoceros, or square-lipped rhinoceros, holds the title of the largest of the 5 rhino species. An adult male white rhino can weigh an astounding 2,000 to 2,300 kilograms, with some exceptional individuals tipping the scales at over 3,500 kilograms. That's more than many family cars. They stand around 1.5 to 1.8 meters tall at the shoulder, and their bodies can stretch up to 3.5 to 4 meters in length. Their broad, square lip is perfectly adapted for grazing on vast quantities of grass, fueling their massive frames. Closely following in size is the Indian rhinoceros, also known as the greater one-horned rhino. These magnificent animals, with their distinctive armor-like skin folds, can weigh between 1,800 and 2,200 kilograms, with large bulls sometimes exceeding this. They share a similar shoulder height to the white rhino, around 1.7 to 1.8 meters. Their powerful build allows them to navigate the tall grasslands and riverine forests of their native habitats in India and Nepal, their bulk a deterrent to all but the most determined predators. The black rhinoceros, or hook-lipped rhinoceros, while still a very large animal, is generally smaller and more agile than its white and Indian cousins. Adult black rhinos typically weigh between 800 and 1,400 kilograms and stand about 1.4 to 1.7 meters at the shoulder. Their prehensile upper lip, which gives them their hook-lipped name, is a key adaptation for browsing on leaves and twigs, and their slightly more compact build allows them to move effectively through the dense scrub and bushland they often inhabit. Moving to the Asian rhinos, the Javan rhinoceros is now one of the rarest large mammals on Earth. In terms of size, they are comparable to the black rhino, with adults weighing between 900 and 2,300 kilograms, although reliable data is scarce due to their extreme rarity. They possess a single horn, typically smaller than that of the Indian rhino. Their existence is incredibly precarious, confined to a single national park in Indonesia, making every individual's survival critical for the species. The smallest of the rhino family is the Sumatran rhinoceros, unique for being the only Asian rhino with two horns and for its covering of reddish-brown hair, particularly noticeable in younger animals. These forest dwellers are significantly smaller, weighing between 500 and 1,000 kilograms and standing around 1.2 to 1.5 meters at the shoulder. Their more diminutive stature is an adaptation to navigating the dense, often steep terrain of the tropical rainforests they call home, allowing for greater agility in confined spaces. This variation in size across the rhino family reflects their diverse evolutionary paths and the different ecological niches they occupy. The larger species, like the white and Indian rhinos, are primarily grazers of open or semi-open habitats where sheer bulk can be an advantage. The smaller, more agile species, like the Sumatran rhino, are adapted to denser environments. Regardless of their specific measurements, all rhinos are creatures of impressive heft, their very presence shaping the landscapes they inhabit. Understanding the sheer physical presence of these animals underscores the challenges they face and the resources they require. A large body needs a substantial amount of food and water and extensive areas to roam. It also, tragically, makes them a more tempting target for poachers seeking large horns. Their size is both a strength and a vulnerability, a defining characteristic of these magnificent prehistoric survivors. Chapter 6. A Herbivore's Feast: What Rhinos Eat. All rhinoceros species are herbivores, meaning their diet consists entirely of plant matter. However, within this broad classification, there are significant specializations, particularly evident in the differing feeding strategies of grazers and browsers. These dietary preferences have shaped their physical characteristics, such as the form of their lips, and dictate the types of habitats in which they can thrive. Their role as large herbivores is also crucial for maintaining the health and structure of their ecosystems. The white rhinoceros is a prime example of a grazer. Its wide, square upper lip is perfectly adapted for cropping large mouthfuls of grass, much like a living lawnmower. They are bulk feeders, consuming substantial quantities of grasses each day to fuel their enormous bodies, often up to 50 kilograms or more. White rhinos prefer short, nutritious grasses and are often found in open savannas and grasslands where these are abundant. Their grazing activities help to maintain these grasslands, preventing them from becoming overgrown with taller, less palatable vegetation. In contrast, the black rhinoceros is a browser. Its distinctive prehensile or hook-like upper lip is a specialized tool used to grasp and strip leaves, twigs, shoots and fruits from bushes, shrubs and small trees. They are more selective feeders than white rhinos, carefully choosing particular plant species and parts. Black rhinos can consume a wide variety of plant types, including some that are thorny or toxic to other animals, showcasing their remarkable digestive adaptations. Their browsing helps to shape the structure of bushland and thickets. The Indian rhinoceros, or greater one-horned rhino, is primarily a grazer with a diet consisting mainly of tall grasses found in riverine floodplains and woodlands. They are known to consume a wide variety of grass species, and their strong lips and teeth are well suited for processing these tough plants. However, they will also supplement their diet with fruits, leaves, branches of shrubs and trees, and aquatic plants, especially during different seasons or when preferred grasses are scarce, showcasing a degree of dietary flexibility. The Javan rhinoceros, also a forest dweller, has a diet that includes shoots, twigs, young foliage, and fallen fruit. Like the black rhino, they are browsers, using their prehensile upper lip to pluck vegetation. Due to their extreme rarity and secretive nature, detailed studies of their diet are challenging, but observations indicate a preference for a variety of plant species found within their dense rainforest habitat. They play a role in seed dispersal through their consumption of fruits. The Sumatran rhinoceros, inhabiting dense tropical forests, is also a browser. Its diet consists of a diverse range of plant materials, including young saplings, leaves, twigs, and fruits. They are known to consume hundreds of different plant species, using their smaller size to navigate through thick undergrowth to reach preferred food items. Like other forest rhinos, their feeding habits contribute to the dynamic nature of the forest ecosystem, creating clearings and dispersing seeds. The digestive system of a rhino is highly specialized to break down tough plant cellulose. They are hindgut fermenters, meaning that microbial fermentation, which helps digest cellulose, occurs in an enlarged cecum and colon. This process allows them to extract the necessary nutrients from relatively low-quality forage. It's a slow but effective system, requiring them to consume large volumes of food to meet their energy demands, which is why much of their day is dedicated to foraging. The specific diet of a rhino not only sustains the individual animal, but also has far-reaching ecological consequences. By consuming vegetation, they influence plant communities, create grazing lawns, disperse seeds, and open up pathways through dense bush. Their feeding habits are an integral part of the natural processes that shape their habitats, highlighting their importance as keystone species. Understanding what rhinos eat is fundamental to understanding their role in the intricate web of life. Chapter 7. A Precarious Existence, the Fight for Rhino. Survival, the story of the rhinoceros in the modern world, is tragically, deeply intertwined with the narrative of conservation. Despite their ancient lineage and formidable presence, all 5 rhino species face significant threats to their survival, primarily driven by human activities. The most immediate and devastating of these is poaching, fueled by the persistent illegal demand for their horns. This relentless pressure has pushed some species to the very brink of extinction, making conservation efforts more critical than ever. The white rhinoceros, once a conservation success story after being brought back from near extinction in the early 20th century, now faces a renewed and intense poaching crisis, particularly the southern white rhino subspecies. The northern white rhino is functionally extinct, with only 2 non-reproductive females remaining. This stark reality underscores the vulnerability of even seemingly secure populations when faced with sophisticated and ruthless criminal poaching networks. Every loss is a significant blow to the species. Black rhinoceros populations have suffered catastrophic declines over the past century due to rampant poaching, while intensive conservation efforts have led to a slow but steady increase in their numbers in recent years. They remain critically endangered. There are several subspecies of black rhino, each with its own specific challenges and conservation needs. Protecting their diverse habitats from arid scrubland to montane forests is as crucial as tackling the poaching threat directly. In Asia, the situation is equally, if not more, dire for some species. The Javan rhinoceros is arguably the rarest large mammal on Earth, with the entire global population estimated at fewer than 80 individuals confined to a single national park in Indonesia, Ujung Kulon. This tiny population is incredibly vulnerable to disease, natural disasters, and any resurgence in poaching. Efforts are underway to establish a second viable population, but the challenges are immense. The Sumatran rhinoceros is also critically endangered, with perhaps fewer than 50 individuals remaining in fragmented populations across Indonesia and possibly Malaysia. These hairy, forest-dwelling rhinos face threats from poaching as well as habitat loss due to deforestation for agriculture and logging. Their elusive nature and remote habitat make accurate population counts and conservation interventions incredibly difficult. Captive breeding programs are a vital, though challenging component of their survival strategy. Conservation efforts for rhinos are multifaceted and demand immense dedication and resources. They include on-the-ground protection through highly trained anti-poaching ranger patrols, often working in dangerous conditions. The use of advanced technology, such as surveillance drones, GPS tracking of rhinos, and intelligence gathering to disrupt poaching syndicates is becoming increasingly important. These measures aim to create safe havens where rhinos can breed and their populations can recover. Beyond direct anti-poaching measures, habitat protection and restoration are vital. Rhinos need vast, secure areas with adequate food and water. This involves working with local communities to reduce human-wildlife conflict, promote sustainable land use, and provide alternative livelihoods that do not depend on exploiting natural resources. Community engagement and benefit sharing are crucial for fostering local stewardship of wildlife. International collaboration to stop the trafficking of rhino horn and reduce demand in consumer countries is equally essential, tackling the problem at its source and along its illicit supply chains. The fight to save the rhino is a global responsibility. The future of rhinos hangs precariously in the balance. While the challenges are daunting, the commitment of countless individuals, organizations, and governments provides a glimmer of hope. Success stories like the recovery of the southern white rhino from the brink and the slow increase in black rhino numbers demonstrate that dedicated conservation action can work. However, sustained effort, innovation, and unwavering global support are paramount if these magnificent ancient creatures are to continue roaming our planet for generations to come. Their survival is a test of our own humanity. Chapter 8. The Secret Life of Rhinos. Fascinating Habits. Beyond their impressive size and iconic horns, rhinos exhibit a range of fascinating and often subtle behaviors that offer glimpses into their complex social lives and adaptations. One of the most characteristic rhino behaviors is wallowing in mud. This isn't just a leisurely pastime, it serves several crucial functions. The thick layer of mud helps to cool their massive bodies under the scorching sun, acting as a natural thermoregulator. It also provides protection against biting insects and skin parasites, and can even act as a sunscreen, preventing sunburn on their sensitive skin. Rhinos are creatures of habit, often using the same pathways, watering holes, and wallows for generations. These well-trodden paths, sometimes deeply etched into the landscape, are a testament to their long-term occupation of a territory. They also communicate extensively through scent marking. Rhinos create communal dung heaps known as middens, which serve as important information hubs. By defecating in these specific locations and scuffing their feet through the dung, they leave olfactory signals that convey information about their identity, age, sex, and reproductive status to other rhinos in the area. Vocalizations also play a part in rhino communication, though they are perhaps less demonstrative than some other large mammals. They can produce a range of sounds, from snorts and grunts during encounters or when alarmed, to squeals or bellows during aggressive interactions or courtship. Mothers and calves maintain contact through softer calls. While not as complex as the songs of whales or the calls of primates, these sounds are vital for short-distance communication and conveying emotional states within their social context. The social structure of rhinos varies between species and even within them. White rhinos, for instance, are generally more sociable. Females and their calves often form small groups or crashes, and dominant bulls will tolerate the presence of subordinate males within their territories as long as they are not challenging for mating rights. Black rhinos, in contrast, tend to be more solitary and territorial, with individuals, particularly adult males, often preferring their own company outside of the breeding season. Their interactions can be more assertive when boundaries are crossed. Despite their generally solitary or small group nature, rhinos do have specific ways of interacting when they meet. They will often approach each other cautiously, sniffing the air and the ground, assessing the other individual. Sometimes these encounters are peaceful, with rhinos tolerating each other's presence, particularly at shared resources like water holes or mud wallows. At other times, especially between adult males or when a mother is protecting her calf, interactions can become aggressive, involving displays of dominance, charges, and occasionally serious fights. Rhinos also interact with a variety of other animal species in their environment. Oxpeckers, small birds often seen perched on rhinos, have a mutualistic relationship with them. The birds feed on ticks and other parasites found on the rhino's skin, providing a cleaning service, and in return, they get a reliable food source and a safe vantage point. Their alarm calls can also alert the rhino to approaching danger, acting as an early warning system for these somewhat poor-sighted giants. This interspecies cooperation highlights the interconnectedness of life on the savanna. Observing these unique behaviors provides a deeper understanding of how rhinos navigate their world and interact with their environment and each other. From the practical necessity of a cooling mud bath to the complex chemical messages left at a communal midden, every action has a purpose honed by millions of years of evolution. These subtle yet significant aspects of their lives paint a richer picture of these extraordinary animals, reminding us that there is always more to learn about the inhabitants of our planet, especially those as ancient and intriguing as the rhinoceros. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of rhinos. We've explored their remarkable life cycle from vulnerable calf to imposing adult and journeyed through the diverse habitats they call home. From sun-drenched savannas to dense, misty forests, we've witnessed the profound devotion of a rhino mother to her young and delved into the complex truth about their iconic horns, a symbol of both natural wonder and tragic human folly. Their immense size and specific dietary needs further highlight their unique place in the tapestry of life. The challenges facing rhinos today are immense, with poaching and habitat loss casting a long shadow over their future. Yet, amidst these threats, there is also hope, fueled by the tireless efforts of conservationists, researchers, and communities dedicated to their protection. Understanding these animals, their behaviors, their needs, and the dangers they face is the first crucial step towards ensuring their survival. Each fact we've uncovered today deepens our appreciation for these ancient, powerful, yet surprisingly gentle giants of our world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing wildlife content. By sharing this knowledge and supporting conservation initiatives, we can all play a part in securing a future where rhinos continue to roam free, their mighty presence gracing our planet for generations to come. The story of the rhino is far from over, and together we can help write a more hopeful next chapter for these truly magnificent creatures. Thank you for watching.